Would you like a small house that fits beautifully into any Mesa setting? I'm going to make this with you block by block, and then I'm going to give you a world download. Don't you go anywhere. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to another episode from me, Avomance, in my small houses in different biome series. Today, we're at the Mesa. Now, the Mesa is one of my favourite biomes. It's got so much depth and colour to it. I really like it. But it's also very tricky to build a house that looks like it's in keeping with the surroundings. Now, the golden rule for any house is location, location, location. Find the best possible spot because the spot will make a good house look like a great house. I think this looks fantastic. It is on the edge of the Mesa, so we've got some green mountain, we've got river, we've got a little bit of deserty sand, mountains in the background of the Mesa and an open plains. This is perfect. Let's get ourselves a house right here. Like normal, we're going to do this kind of on the fly freestyle, but I think this is likely to be the palette that we're going to use. We're going to bring in some acacia because of the orange tones, as well as oak, a little bit of spruce, some decorative blocks, and some workstations because someone's got to live in it. Let's crack on with it. Now, in many ways, a desert house and a mesa house are quite similar because the weather in the desert is very similar to weather in the mesa, so flat roofs, all that kind of thing, makes an awful lot of sense. However, because of the block palette and the way I'm going to structure this one, they're going to look very different, I think. We're going to keep this super simple. I'm going to build a 9x9 square with two 7x7 squares just offset against it to give an interesting shape that we can work with. First thing we're going to do is build in the structure so we can visualize the shape. The shorter struts are 5 high, the taller ones at the back with the big box are 10 high. We then build in cross struts all the way across, so as we're building boxes, and then off of the sides of those boxes we're going to put pop outs with the open-ended acacia logs just to release that orange colour from inside the wood. I started out just by block placing oak planks to get some solid walls, and I thought partway through maybe it would be interesting to indent that front a little bit to create an overhang. I then filled in all of the rest of the walls to get the structure. Finally, I laid out what will be the roof or maybe the floor of those top two smaller blocks. I then variegated and textured up that oak with some stripped oak blocks. I then placed in the internal floor using some terracotta blocks. I thought I'd use red terracotta. The red offsets really beautifully against that oak block. I extended the side of the house with that 3 wide oak staircase. I used oak so as it matches the top platform of that cube. It also gives a little bit more of an interesting shape to that side of the house. I've used acacia logs to trim it up so as it all matches together, and I can bring behind those steps into the house to make it part of the internals. I used campfires to create a lattice effect porch roof on that front section to square it off ever so slightly without bringing the shape away. I then used cobblestone wall and some spruce fence posts to create a support in the far corner. We've completed our basic structure for it now. It is very blocky, it's just got walls, no windows. We need to sort that out, but at least we know what the footprint is going to be. All that's really left is the detailing, some big details, some little details. Something like a roof on the top would be a good example. The internals need doing, the landscaping around it needs doing. Let's crack on with that using a time lapse. Cue music. I am going to be honest. I think this is my favourite house so far in my small house series. It has come out so well. I'm so pleased with it, and I hope you like it too. Do remember, you can download this world. The link is in the description below. Come and get it. I'd love for you to come and let me know what you think. Let's have a little look at what we've done. We've got the wagon on the outside. These guys are pioneers, clearly. They've come along with their wagon with all their provisions to build probably this house. There is a lake outside the front so they can get their fresh water. You've got barrels all over the place where they're storing stuff. I quite like the way I did the windows as well. It didn't make sense for me to them have glass windows. They needed to be wood, a little bit like in the desert house where we had fence posts. I've used trapdoors this time and I think it works really well. There is an entrance on the side. There is an entrance in here. Let's go inside first, and we've got probably a slightly over decorated place, but we've got some storage. We've got all of the workstations. We've got an enchanting setup. We've got more storage through, which is underneath the steps, which I think is quite a nice little touch. And upstairs we have got our bedroom area, as well as a gold suit of armor. Obviously we're in the Mesa. There's so much gold, it's going to be gold surely. Plus more storage, a little bit more crafting, and it's just a nice little outside. This is the front door that comes up those stairs, and then if you want, you can come around the outside and come and sit under this canopy and have your tea. I think it works nicely. Properly pleased with this end result, and it kind of inspires me to want to make a Mesa Wild West town. It has that sort of feel to it. Let me know what it makes you think of in the comments below. Put hashtag Mesa, and so I'll know exactly where your comments are. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you enjoy them, and I will keep on making them. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.